Hello and welcome back to What If Ash Was Like Paul. I decided to make this video today because I was simply in a YouTube mood and I have more time and more stuff to do and more time, and I have enough time slots for you for one more YouTube video this weekend. Anyway, Ash will get Taylor like usual, as then the events of the episode where Ash gets Trico would unfortunately go the same, as the tree would still fall down as it was old, and Ash would decide to use Venusaur to catch Trico, as by using Venusaur he would be making Trico want to join him more, as his tactic was to convince it that since he has such a strong grass type, he'll make Trico like that. So he called for Venusaur to use Razor Leaf, which would hit Trico for a lot of damage, which would knock it back, as then Trico would try use a Pound, which would quickly be avoided by Venusaur, as then Ash would throw a Pokeball, which would quickly catch Trico. Ash would notice that if Trico had any grass type moves, it would have used them. So Ash would decide to teach Trico grass type moves, realizing that it doesn't have any grass type moves, as now Ash is smarter and a bit more tactical now that he's like Paul, as he would decide to try and see if Trico could learn Razor Leaf, as then he'd launch Razor Leaf, and after a long time, even though Trico's trying to summon leaves, won't be able to. That would be because Ash didn't know that Trico can't learn Razor Leaf. Even though he's a bit smarter, he's not too much smarter. He's just more tactical and more battle ready. So after a while, it would launch different coloured leaves, which would counter Ash's Razor Leaves, showing that it could learn Magical Leaf. The reason why I'm giving this move to Trico is because lots of Pokemon have egg moves in the anime that shouldn't really have egg moves, like Ash's Pikachu that Volt Tackle out of the blue, even though that's an egg move. So I'm just gonna give Trico an egg move because in the anime, Pokemon have been giving egg moves without much explanation. As then, the events of the gym battle episode against Roxanne would go pretty much the same, as Ash would get ready for battle and would decide to use Trico. Roxanne would use Geodude. Trico would go on to use one Magical Leaf, which would instantly knock out Geodude, as then Roxanne would send out Nose Pass. Trico would go for a quick attack, which would hit Nose Pass. Nose Pass would be spawned with a Rock Tomb, which would slow down Trico as it would be surrounded. Trico would try move with a quick attack, but would be crushed with Rock Tombs. Roxanne would keep piling Rock Tombs after Rock Tombs, as then she'd say, Ash, you should switch your Pokemon. Trico's not going to get through this. Ash would try switch, but the Pokeball wouldn't be able to go through all of the rocks. Instead, she'd keep piling and piling. Ash, Roxanne would then say, it's the end of the line for you. Might as well forfeit, because this is torture. As then Roxanne would continue stacking rocks on top of Trico, showing how merciless she was and how thorough she was trying to be. Ash would then say, Trico, believe in yourself, overcome this challenge. Then Trico would be, more rocks would keep being stacked on top of Trico. Trico would think about how much hope Ash had in it, and how Ash had trained it hard, and how Ash was one of the first humans or living beings to actually pay attention and listen to it. As then massive green aura would surround the rocks and the entire battlefield, as then the rocks would be disintegrated from the intense green aura, as then Trico would jump out enveloped in the green aura, as then it would grow in size. It would develop leaves that look like blades on its arms, as it would grow taller and more muscular, as then it will grow a massive long leaf on its head, as then it will evolve into Grovyle. Grovyle will have learned Leaf Blade from its evolution, practicing the move and throwing it off. Trico had also gained new confidence, even though it had already been a cool Pokemon before, it was even more cooler, as then Ash will call for a Leaf Blade. Trico would quickly Grovyle would quickly charge through with a Leaf Blade. Roxanne would try use a Rock Tomb, but it would be cut through, as then Trico would slice through Nose Pass, as then it would instantly faint, showing that Ash had beat Roxanne. Trico would jump back into its battle position and then celebrate with its trainer, as then Roxanne would walk towards Ash and would say that he truly is a talented trainer, and that no other trainer has been able to overcome a strategy of stacking rock tombs on top of them, and that is why most trainers who don't have water types or grass types struggle, and most trainers only pick Torchics from Professor Birch, so they struggle. As then Roxanne would say bye to Ash, as then Ash would say bye and leave. As then the events of the Team Aquagrunt kidnapping Pico would go the same, but they'd eventually rescue Pico with the secret boat. As then they'd eventually arrive in Dewford town. Ash, Max and May would arrive there, as then they would make their way into the Dewford City gym, where they'd meet Brawly. Brawly would decide to battle Ash, as Ash would decide to battle Brawly. Brawly would then say, "I saw you on TV. You're that guy that won the Silver Conference, am I right?" And then Ash would say, "Yeah. Excited for this match." And then Brawly would say, "Yeah." But Brawly would seem way more relaxed and calm than any of the other gym leaders that Ash has seen, even through Kanto. He had never seen someone who is as calm or relaxed as Brawly. The only person who ever came close was Brock. As then, Ash would send out Taylor, as Brawly would send out Machop. As then, Machop and Taylor would clash with an aerial ace and a cross chop should do decent damage to both sides. As then, both Pokemon would knock each other back. As then, Ash would use a wing attack which would hit Machop and knock it out, but Brawly would remain calm. As then he'd send out his strongest Pokemon, Makuhita. Makuhita would then stand there waiting calmly, as then Ash would call for a quick attack, which Makuhita would avoid, as then Taylor would counter again with an aerial ace, as Makuhita would then use a false palm. As then both moves would collide, as they keep clashing and pushing each other back till both Pokemon would knock each other back. Makuhita will begin to glow with an orangey bluish aura as it would grow in size and evolve into Hariyama. As then Brawly would say, "Makuhita and I have been waiting for a true challenge for a long time." It refused to evolve until it met a Pokemon that could stand a chance against its awesome strength. Brawly would say calmly, as then Hariyama would point at Taylor and would taunt it. Taylor would then come in for an aerial ace, but Hariyama would easily respond with a false palm, which would knock back Taylor. Ash would catch Taylor before it could hit against the wall, which would probably knock it out, as then Taylor would be paralyzed. Ash would then say, "Taylor, you alright?" As then Taylor would nod, showing that Ash really had come far from the beginning of his journey, as then Taylor would begin to be enveloped in a red aura, as then the status effects the status electricity from the paralyzation will begin to surround it even more, as then it's got to be activated. Ash, realizing what this was, would smirk, as then Taylor, knowing what this was, would smirk right back at Ash, as then Ash would say, Brawly, it's over for you. As then Ash would call for an aerial ace, as then Brawly would use a force palm. Both moves would collide. This clash would go on for hours, as one Pokemon had ground at one point and the other had ground at another. Hariyama and Brawly were trying to push and defeat Taylor, as Ash and Taylor were trying to push and defeat Hariyama. Ash would then scream, Taylor, I believe in you. Let's beat them. As then Taylor would scream, Taylor! As then they push through the force palm and knock out Hariyama, showing that Ash indeed was the stronger trainer. As then Brawly would still be calm and in return Hariyama would then say, well done, Ash. As then Taylor would fall out of its guts ability and the paralyzation electricity would go away. As then Ash would return it, and Brawly would then walk towards Ash and would then say, well done, you truly are strong. I'm glad that you've came. You are one of the first trainers who's actually challenged me and defeated me in a long time. The only person who has ever been able to actually challenge you equally as much as you is some tall man with a Meowth. Anyway, I'll see you later, bye. Anyway, I really enjoyed making this part. It's short because I just wanted to get the first two Ash's second and third gym battles out of the way, because I decided to get Dewford City or Dewford Town, the Dewford gym badge or the knuckle badge out of the way, because I've got some stuff planned for the next part, and I think having the knuckle badge be in the next part would drag on the story too long. So see you guys later, bye.